Roof leak inspection. Got a call yesterday about a roof leak here. Got a pretty good sized commercial building. We don't do a lot of commercial building stuff, but I figured, it's going to be on my travels tomorrow. So here I am getting it worked in, told them I'd check it out. But it's a Ford dealership and it's a steel commercial building, steel roof commercial building, pretty low slope. I end up meeting one of the service people inside. They take me up into the second story area, mechanical room, and that's where the leak is. So typically what I do when I'm trying to find a leak is I will try to, first off, especially when you're on a roof this size, is to know where you're going to be looking. You don't want to get up here and just start walking inch by inch trying to find the issue. You want to narrow it down to the section you're on. So in this case, it's mechanical. You can typically see inlet, outlet, exhaust vents and things. That's exactly what we have right here. I'll see if I can try to edit this at a later point maybe and throw in some photos of this stuff here, what I've got, what I found. So switch the camera around here, by the way, on the way in, if you could give it a quick thumbs up. So in the mechanical room, there was a new furnace put over here. There's another furnace closer to me right here, and they've got water dripping, and they had the furnace put in, she said, in I think December last year, 2021. It's March 17th, St. Patty's Day today, 2022. So in this area, the water's dripping in on the furnace, and that's why they're like, okay, we got to get this checked out. We want water dripping in, getting down on the furnace, could get on the motherboard, the electronics, fry the board possibly, I don't know, could be just not good. Get into the electrical wiring, trip the breaker, not good. So get it addressed. Got up here in that room and noticed where the furnace pipe exhaust was, and from the new unit going that direction, out over the side over here at about a 45. So in the photo, where this vent stack is, about a foot or so right of it, towards the south, and towards me about 8 feet or so was the drip. So we're gonna look this area over. I already found it, went down, grabbed my phone, came back up with some stuff, and I'll explain what I'm gonna do here in a bit. But we'll show you what it is. By the way, up here on this is a, I don't know, I've seen these before, I don't know what you call it. Be careful on where you're walking up here. I don't know if the camera will show it, but this stuff here, that one's pretty rigid. I think it was this one here. This stuff is, I mean, it'll give quite a bit, so be careful where you walk. I'm putting all my weight on this rib here. You could potentially, if this was rusted, not even know it and just fall right through, and it's a good 25-foot fall down there, so not good. You want to watch where you're walking. Step on these ribs here, just be aware. It's got a nice clean white coating. Doesn't mean what you're standing on is going to hold your weight, so just be aware. You also don't want to kink, crack, damage, whatever. So what it ended up being, I believe, here we are, something obvious right there. Get the lighting on it. It's a screw coming through, and to me, the slope of this, any water is going to be kind of stagnant and running down slowly. There is a little bit of a slope to this, not much. Pan around here. So from the west to the east at the ridge, there's a high point in the middle, so there is a little bit of a slope east and west, as well as from the ridge to the north and the south. It is pretty flat. It's about a half pitch. Instead of like a 112, it's like a 0.5 12 pitch. 112. I mean, it's very flat. So some things you're going to look for in this general area is obvious damage. By the way, I just put this back in my pocket to drop off on my desk. I shot this the other day, not the bullet, but I found it on a roof, shot the video the other day. Obvious damage from a falling bullet, maybe something busted through, somebody up here walking on it busted through. Obvious damage, rusted holes, anything of that such. By the way, if you want to see that video, I'll throw a card up top or check it out. So when you've looked the area over, if you don't see anything, you want to expand your search zone just a little bit. Maybe it's coming in from something on the higher side and trickling down due to surface tension and then dropping off. But what I did notice in this room, from the mechanical room looking up, there's an insulation coating, and up in the top of the insulation there was a hole. So I don't know if somebody, my thought is looking at the screw and it's got that white coating. This is a white painted on like Carnac Gatco roof or some roof coating system at some point. My guess is somebody way back down the road screwed a hole through the roof to find the general area up on the roof as a lazy man's way of doing it without measuring or some other method. Screwed a hole through it and they found where they needed to get and left it. And then the roof coating somebody had put on, I mean, that's not a factory screw. That's the silicone coating on the screw. So it's been there for a while. But if you don't get this addressed, it will eventually leak in around the threads. Could, if this is steel, rust this out. If it's aluminum, probably not, but I really don't know what this is. I don't have a magnet on me to find out. Sorry, I keep getting messages. I gotta cancel that number, sorry. So what my thought is on that, somebody marked a hole through, left it. It's finally failing and causing water to drip in. Not good coming down the furnace. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I've got some GEOCEL here. We're just gonna caulk some around it, seal it up for them to buy them some time. It's not a repair, it's just a temporary patch, no charge, just a quarter's worth of silicone to seal it. By the way, link in the description down below if it's something you want to check out. GEOCEL brand product, that's 4500. Black is the only color I have on me. Let me know if you're a commercial roofing guy, what the proper way is, what the real way of fixing is without removing the entire panel, because I don't think you could find these panels on the market anymore. Maybe there's a way of like screwing a panel on and flashing, I don't know. My thought is taking a battery operated grind angle wheel and carefully cutting this down a little bit, not getting into the roof panel, not knocking it flush, because you want at least the one thread to hold it. But once that's there, clean this with the appropriate cleaner to clean and prep the surface, and then put a Karnak or Gacko, is it Gacko or Gacko? I don't know. That's the one I like. And put the flashing grade down, and then it's got a cotton cloth you'll put down on there, kind of dope it, smooth it, let it dry, it cures, does its thing, and then you can put the top coat after that. This is definitely a painted surface at some point. So I don't know if you're a commercial guy, and let me know down below what the actual method is you would use. Maybe I'm missing something. You also want to make sure you're looking at the low side, nothing's not running over and trickling back, because it is such a low slope. Make sure you cover everything. I get so many notifications throughout the day. I am sorry. By the way, the secret word, so I know you watched this far, is Gacko? Gacko? Let me know. Which is it, Gacko or Gacko? And what your thoughts are on that. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Also, please check the links out down below. I have no sponsors of the channel. I've gotten some free little products to try. Nothing crazy, but I don't get paid to do this. So if you could, definitely does help support the channel at no additional cost to you. Like the ladder way down here. That's one of my most favorite, is the ladder Standoff. Where's my ladder? I can't even see it. Okay, my screen is so bright. Yeah, that little guy right there. And the silicone. Links down in the description down below. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you like to see. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it this far. The secret word, Gacko, Gacko. Let me know which way you pronounce it. Until next time, be safe, consider subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one.